Dear Tucker Carlson, you seem to care so much about Christians in the Middle East. You even interviewed a Palestinian pastor from Bethlehem and asked him about the situation for Christians in Israel.
How free are Christians to practice Christianity in Israel?
We cannot deny that there are many freedoms in the state of Israel.
Yes.
But it's not as free as people think. And let me give you an example. And I know that this might come across as shocking to many. Do you know that evangelicals as churches are not officially recognized in Israel? The biggest problem Christians are facing is in East Jerusalem, where they are constantly targeted by radical groups, radical Jewish groups, let's be clear. So Palestinian Christians suffer from everything under this brutal occupation, whether in Gaza, which is more difficult than here in the West Bank, but even here in the West Bank.
I'll be the first one to say that Israel is not perfect, just like no country in the world is perfect, right? There are radicals who mistreat Christians in Israel. I'm always the first one to condemn these acts. But the problem is that these acts are done by radical individuals, not by the state of Israel. The government of Israel actually condemns these acts because that's not what Israel stands for.
How are Christians in the Holy Land, in the three places I mentioned, West Bank, Israel proper, and Gaza, how are they doing right now?
Life under a very harsh Israeli military occupation is difficult to bear, and as a result, many young Palestinian Christians continue to leave, for example, Bethlehem, choosing to find a better and easier life elsewhere.
In 1967, the Christian population in Bethlehem was about 65% when it was under the control of Israel. The Christian mayor of Bethlehem then, Elias Bandak, sent a letter to the state of Israel signed by 500 Christian leaders requesting to be under Israeli sovereignty. When that didn't happen in 1993 and the Palestinian Authority took over Bethlehem, the Christian population there in Bethlehem decreased from 65 to 12%. But Tucker, for some reason you failed to mention that. Tucker, if you care so much for Christians, then why did you call Iraqis primitive monkeys?
Iraq is a crappy place filled with a bunch of, semi-literate primitive monkeys.
Did you know that Iraqi Christians are some of the oldest continuous Christian communities in the world? They're not monkeys. They're human beings. They're a blessing. The Bible teaches us to love one another. And Tucker, if you care for Christians, then how about mentioning the situation for Christians in Nigeria?
This is Oasis Church being destroyed by Muslims in our village, in our area. Please, we need help. We need help. We need security help. We need everybody's help. Please pray for us. This is Oasis Church in Kwas Lahir, Mangu local government.
It's a living hell for them. Churches in Nigeria are burnt by jihadists. More than 8,000 Christians were massacred in 2023 alone. Christians in Iran are imprisoned for teaching about Jesus. Christians under radical Islamic rule are considered second-class citizens and need to pay jizya. Where is your voice? Whatever happened to reporting of real news? Christians in Israel make about 180,000 and the number continues to grow, and they prefer to live in Israel more than any other country in the Middle East because they know the truth. They know that it is in Israel where they can practice freely their religion. Palestinian Christians are persecuted by the Palestinian Authority, not by Israel. Israel was founded to be an island of sanity, an island of true liberalism and freedom for all. Israel is where Jews, Christians, Muslims, Druze, and Circassians coexist. Does it mean that there are no problems? No. But the system in Israel is one that tolerates and treats one another with dignity and respect. So, Tucker, I invite you to come to Israel, experience the truth firsthand.